Hello and welcome to our episode today that deals with technology, political, social, economic and ethical issues of web. More specifically, the various kinds of approach and techniques used in web services for online media are discussed in detail. Also, the technology, political, social, economic and ethical issues of web services are to be looked into. In the realms of web service refers to the approach used to attract the attention of consumers and even about the misusage of it. The basic purpose is to influence consumer feelings towards a product, service or cause. Our subject expert is Ajay Kumar Datta and I am Sakshi Mandwal. Ajay Kumar Datta is an entrepreneur and website designer with more than a decade of industry as well as relative field experience. Let's first talk about cyber ethics. Cyber ethics. Cyber ethics is the philosophic study of ethics pertaining to computers encompassing user behavior and what computers are programmed to do and how this affects individuals and society. Privacy can be decomposed to the limitation of others' access to an individual with three elements of secrecy, anonymity and solitude. Anonymity refers to the individual's right to protection from undesired attention. Individuals surrender private information when conducting transactions and registering for services. Ethical business practices protects the privacy of their customers by securing information which may contribute to the loss of secrecy, anonymity and solitude. Credit card information, social security numbers, phone numbers, mothers' maiden names, addresses and phone numbers freely collected and shared over the internet may lead to a loss of privacy. Fraud and impersonation are some of the malicious activities that occur due to the direct or indirect abuse of private information. Identity theft is rising rapidly due to the availability of private information in the internet. 1. Exclude sensitive unique identifiers from database records such as social security numbers, birth dates, hometown and mother's maiden names. 2. Exclude phone numbers that are normally unlisted. 3. Clear provision of a method which allows people to have their names removed from a database. 4. Banning the reverse social security number lookup. Sexuality and pornography. Sexuality in terms of sexual orientation, infidelity, sex with or between minors, public display and pornography have always stirred ethical controversy. These issues are reflected online to varying degrees. In terms of its resonance, the historical development of the online pornography industry and user-generated content have been studied by media academics. One of the largest cyber ethical debates is over the regulation, distribution and accessibility of pornography online. Hardcore pornographic material is generally controlled by governments with laws regarding how old one has to be to obtain it and what forms are acceptable or not. The availability of pornography online calls into question jurisdiction as well as brings up the problem of regulation in particular over child pornography, which is illegal in most countries, as well as pornography involving violence or animals, which is restricted within most countries. Gambling. Gambling is often a topic in ethical debate as some view it as inherently wrong and support prohibition, while others support no legal interference at all. Between these extremes lies a multitude of opinions on what types of gambling the government should permit and where it should be allowed to take place. Discussion of gambling forces public policy makers to deal with issues as diverse as addiction, tribal rights, taxation, senior living, professional and college sports, organized crime, neurobiology, suicide, divorce and religion. Due to its controversy, gambling is either banned or heavily controlled on local or national levels. The accessibility of the internet and its ability to cross geographic borders have led to illegal online gambling, often offshore operations. Over the years, online gambling, both legal and illegal, has grown exponentially, which has led to difficulties in regulation. Now let us take a look at this web technology. Many people see technology as a solution to some of the problems that exist on our planet. It's true that technology can be used for good, but with new developments come new challenges, issues. These 4 of them are common: high-tech graphic design issues, high-tech illustration and art issues, website development issues, output issues, high-tech graphic design issues. Our technology allows us to scan in your photographs and illustrations in low or high production quality resolution. These scans are imported into page layout software for scaling, cropping, positioning and digital alterations and retouching to achieve the designed artistic effects. If the project involves any photos or illustrations provided by the client, we request our clients to provide us with their digital copies on disk if available, or alternatively with high quality photographic prints. High-tech illustration and art issues. With the new technology, artistic approaches to electronic illustration now implies much research is done on screen or online to access art previously created by the illustrator or stock photography and copyright-free art databases. Sketches can now be transmitted by modem or a portable electronic storage medium to our clients or be accessed by them directly on the internet in password-protected documents. Website development issues. Website design and development is the most technical and dynamic version of visual communication means. The standards for coding web documents and the capabilities and types of side features accessible through a web document, such as electronic commerce, secure transaction and push technologies, are continuously evolving at a rapid pace. The browsers that pull the web documents from the internet are also in a constant state of evolution. With the internet technology, artistic approaches to electronic visual communication now implies much research is done on screen or online to access art previously created by our illustrators and designers or stock photography and copyright-free art databases. Developers can create interactive softwares that will help in the market or society. Output issues. The resolution of outputs is measured in DPI, dots per inch. The more dots per inch, the higher the quality of the printed image. Work we produce digitally can be output in a large number of ways, from low resolution 72 DPI to very high resolution 3600 DPI, print or photographic methods. For example, black and white paper and film output, digital color output, digital proofs, photographic output, direct digital output, etc. Standard laser printers can be used to obtain economical medium resolution up to 600 DPI, black and white outputs of color or black and white work. There are also a variety of machines available to output computer files onto resin-coated paper, RC paper, or onto positive or negative film. Resin-coated paper is of perfect reproduction quality, analogous to traditional photostats of reprocopy used in mechanicals. 1. There are many different brands of color printers, also capable to provide monochrome and black and white output, ranging in capability from low to high resolution. Thermal wax, thermal transfer, inkjet, 4-color process laser copier, and dye sublimation are 4 common printer types. Each maker and model also varies in capability and resolution, up to 720 DPI. Digital proofs. Digital high-end proofs for precision checking color can be made from electronic files. Digital match print and approval are 2 common types. Although the quality available from digital color printers is improving continuously, we continue to rely on these match prints and blue lines for final client approval before printing in traditional media. For website publications, the lower resolution digital color output printers provide a sufficient alternative. Photographic transparencies can be output from files via a number of software programs. New cameras can record images digitally, so they can be directly imported into imaging software. Transparencies can also be made in various sizes and resolutions from electronic files by an output device called a film recorder. CD-ROMs are also used to store photographic output. Computer-generated art may go directly to production without ever seeing the light of day on a piece of reflective paper copy. No information is lost when moving directly from electronic file to electronic file. So this procedure is faithful to the original screen image. Resolution depends on the file specifications. Advantages of web technology. The main advantage of web technology is that it offers convenience and a high speed of communication in the computer world. Whether in the office or the home, processes using a computer are more swift and straightforward with the use of a network. Web technology allows messages to be sent around a system, whereas before it may have been necessary to employ a runner or leave your workspace to communicate a message. It is clear to see how web technology reduces costs and makes a company more efficient, raising business potential. Disadvantages of web technology. Matters involving web technology can be very complicated, and it would be difficult for someone without relevant experience to sort a network problem out. This means it is necessary to employ someone with the specific skills to solve network issues, which costs money. Additionally, the existence of a network provides the opportunity for an attack on the computer system. Weaknesses in a network could be exploited. Important information could be stolen or destroyed, and malware could infect the various network systems. For this reason, network security is another issue that must be considered when using web technology. Political, social, economic, and ethical issues of web. Number 1. Political factors. Number 2. Socio-cultural factors. Number 3. Economic factors. 4. Technological factors. Political factors. The political environment revolves around the current government in a particular country in which we manufacture or trade, and also laws or legislation operate within your home market as well as overseas. If your government is socialist, then perhaps there is a policy to tax more and to invest in the public sector. On the other hand, if you have a more conservative or republican government, then the free market is left to take control, taxation is less, and there is often a smaller public sector. The political arena has a huge influence upon the regulation of businesses and the spending power of consumers and other businesses. Socio-cultural factors. The socio-cultural environment embodies everything which is social and cultural within a nation or society. Some notable examples would include the influence of learning, memory, emotion and perception, motivation, lifestyle and attitude, and consumer culture. The social and cultural influences on business vary from country to country, such as the increase in life expectation of Western consumers and demographics, which is the study of populations. Economic factors. The economic environment is a direct influence on all businesses. Obviously, if you are analyzing web technology, there is a huge element of economics within the topic itself, and you should be no stronger to the principles of economics. The web technology marketing environment has a macro environment, an internal environment, and the micro environment. The analyzer need to consider the state of a trading economy in the short and long terms. Technological factors.
Web technology has 4 influential factors, that is political factor, social factor and economical factor, where technology factor most important factor is there. Famous examples for it is Make My Trip in hospitality segment and Flipkart in e-commerce segment. It works as per the technique which says domain name first, hosting, then IP address, architecture and control panel, how to control it. Domain registration has an organization which is ICANN, where ICANN registration fee goes, and registrars like verisign.net and .com owners, affilios.info owner and pir.org owner, promoters that GoDaddy is there, and shop.eduvol.tech is the example for the resellers. Now, as you can check it in whos.net, which is mostly recommended for the registration and all the details. Hosting pattern is of 2 patterns like open source and the paid source. Open source says the Linux, CentOS or the Red Hat. Paid source says that Windows 2012 server. Server gets 2 pattern of internet connections like broadband or bandwidth. Broadband has the dynamic IP, so mostly recommended not to be used. Bandwidth is mostly used like a static because of static IP. Server works on 2 types of IP addresses. Like local IP, each and every system has a local IP address, that is 192.168.1.1, which has its own gateway and the DNS. Worldwide, mostly hosting has the worldwide IP, which is 50.62.150.227. It's an example where one person says that location, one person says about the country. To check the hosting IP address and mail exchange and DNS server, we check it in dnswatch.info, which is mostly used. For the architectural pattern, we work on the PHP. We have to use the PHP, .NET, Java. We see the pattern which technology to be used for the development. Now, the last the most important pattern, how to control it. For the controlling it, we use the cPanel or the place panel, which is widely used for the controlling it.
Political factors. Government regulations regarding hygiene, health and food regulations, food standards, etc. Economic policies of government regarding the restaurant industry and running eating joints. These may include licenses, inspections by health and food ministry departments, etc. Economic factors. Interest rate would impact the cost of capital, the rate of interest being directly proportional to the cost of capital. Rate of inflation determines the rate of remuneration of employees and directly affects the price of the restaurant's products. Again, the proportion between the inflation rate and wages or prices is direct. Economic trends act as an indicator of the sustenance and profitability of your business in the chosen region and help you in deciding your marketing strategy. Social factors. Eating habits of the people in your chosen business environment may and certainly will affect your marketing decisions. Ratio of people preferring to eat out regularly. Technological factors. A good technical infrastructure would lead to better production, procurement and distribution logistics, resulting in reduced wastage and lower costs. Sound technology may be a decisive factor for food technology innovation, better presentation, more effective business marketing, etc. Importance of ethics on the internet. Applying good ethical standards to the online world is a direct reflection of your business online. Ethics affects all aspects of your business. It affects first and foremost your company's brand image and subsequently how sales, marketing and advertising principles are applied to the task of making your company profitable for the long haul. Ethics affects your employees and how they represent your company online, on the phone, in person and all types of customer service and customer relations when dealing with buyers, engineers, sales, leads and potential customers in both the businesses of B2B and B2C, both of which covers the majority of business types in the world. Business ethics. The internet is a growing and continually evolving creature that will live on in perpetuity. As such, it would be wise to ponder the various e-business, legal and internet marketing, ethical issues of both B2B and B2C business practices online. Whatever is written and published online today will likely be there tomorrow and possibly be recoverable forever. Imagine the billions upon billions of text information and web pages, publications and books that are and will be stored for a long time to come. There is even a site where you can go way back in time to check out archives of other websites and view pages that were created at the beginning of their infancy. Additionally, old videos, films, movies and audio in various application formats are also viewable. With text messaging, wireless web mail, picture uploading, video recordings and even video conferencing from cell phones and other personal communication devices with built-in microphones and cameras, the internet will be affecting more lives than ever before. Security and privacy concerns along with e-business regulatory issues will become more prevalent. Acceptance. One has to accept that internet is not a value-free zone. It means World Wide Web is a place where values are considered in the broadest sense, so we must take care while shaping content and services, and we should recognize that internet is not apart from universal society, but it is a primary component of it. Sensitivity to national and local cultures. It belongs to all and there is no barrier of national and local cultures. It cannot be subject to one set of values like the local TV channel or the local newspaper. We have to accommodate multiplicity of usage. While using email and chatting, Internet must be used for communication with family and friends. Avoid chatting with strangers and forwarding emails from unknown people or strangers. We must be aware of risks involved in chatting and forwarding emails to strangers. Pretending to be someone else. We must not use Internet to fool others by pretending to be someone else. Hiding our own identity to fool others in the Internet world is a crime and may also be a risk to others. Avoid bad language. We must not use rude or bad language while using email, chatting, blogging, and social networking. We need to respect their views and should not criticize anyone on the Internet. Hide personal information. We should not give personal details like home address, phone numbers, interests, passwords. No photographs should be sent to strangers because it might be misused and shared with others without their knowledge. While downloading, Internet is used to listen and learn about music. It is also used to watch videos and play games. We must not use it to download them or share copyrighted material. We must be aware of the importance of copyrights and issues of copyright. Access to Internet. The Internet is a time-efficient tool for everyone that enlarges the possibilities for curriculum growth. Learning depends on the ability to find relevant and reliable information quickly and easily, and to select, understand, and assess that information. Searching for information on the Internet can help to develop these skills. Classroom exercises and take-home assessment tasks, where students are required to compare website content, are ideal for alerting students to the requirements of writing for different audiences, the purpose of particular content, identifying and judging accuracy and reliability. Since many sites adopt particular views about issues, the Internet is a useful tool for developing the skills of distinguishing fact from opinion and exploring subjectivity and objectivity. Ethical rules for computer users. Do not use computers to harm other users. Do not use computers to steal others' information. Do not access files without the permission of the owner. Do not copy copyrighted software without the author's permission. Always respect copyright laws and policies. Respect the privacy of others, just as you expect the same from others. Do not use other users' computer resources without their permission. Use Internet ethically. Complain about illegal communication and activities, if found, to Internet service providers and local law enforcement authorities. Users are responsible for safeguarding their user ID and passwords. They should not write them on paper or anywhere else for remembrance. Users should not intentionally use the computers to retrieve or modify the information of others, which may include password, information, files, etc. Important ethical e-business legal issues to consider. Number 1. Writing online and copywriting for clients. Number 2. SEO, search engine optimization. 3. Intellectual property. 4. Email correspondence. Electronic copyright, e-commerce, credit or cash policies, international trade, tariffs, privacy, digital media offers, and security. Writing online and copywriting for clients. Negative or defamatory articles published about various people and companies on other websites, blogs and forums, if not properly researched and documented, could possibly have legal consequences of libel that can stretch across countries. Additionally, consider carefully what is being published on blogs. Blogs are simply easy to publish websites and content management systems where daily, weekly, monthly, more or less frequently, personal or corporate thoughts, information, ideas and happenings can be published and shared online with others. Interaction with readers can be set up in the form of comments from visitors. SEO, Search Engine Optimization. Consequences that at first glance may seem insignificant but can severely affect the online sales and brand image for the long haul. People are getting more search savvy online. 5 mistakes even smart kids make online. Broadcasting personal info. FB is equal to hover over setting. Privacy profile set all to only friends. Twitter is equal to use protect my updates. Sharing passwords, befriending strangers, bearing your soul, forgetting your future. The web never forgets. Intellectual property. When dealing with ethics in a B2B company and B2C clients, there is a major degree of trust and responsibility that is imparted to a person or group that maintains the corporate website. It is very important from both an ethical values-based e-business and legal B2B and B2C perspective to make sure that the written words, pictures, videos and what is being portrayed about a company are factual. Issues can quickly arise involving ethics in marketing and truth in advertising laws that can be devastating for a company's brand image or very expensive to deal with from a legal standpoint. It cannot be overstated. There absolutely needs to be a complete understanding of a business for internet marketing issues and advertising purposes, and be aware of potential pitfall areas for revealing of intellectual property and trade secrets through information and articles published online. All items published online are likely to become public knowledge very quickly. For that reason alone, think carefully before hitting the publish button. Email correspondence. Email correspondence should be private and confidential and should remain that way unless permission is given to publish something online. While certain individuals might not see any harm quoting something from an email received and publishing it on the web, it is always advisable to get a person's consent prior to publishing anything online. Email etiquette. Do's and don'ts. Be respectful, kind and responsible in all email. Report bullies and inappropriate users. Always use the subject line. It's not private. Don't overuse emoticons. Don't use all caps. Don't open emails from anyone you don't know, including famous people. Kids are easily fooled by emails beginning with Sony PlayStation, Lego, Walmart rewards, etc. Be careful to avoid emails whose sender address does not match the name that precedes the address. For example, hr@adworldwidetech.com. Ethical issues for e-business and challenges for implementing e-commerce. There are many legal and website regulatory issues involved when it comes to e-business websites. Electronic copyright, e-commerce, credit or cash policies, international trade, tariffs, privacy, digital media offers, and security are just a few of the items to be considered. Recap. In this course, we are focused to the interactivity, internet potential and limitations, priorities and utilization. More specifically, the various kinds of approach and techniques used in web services for online media are discussed in detail. Also, the technology, political, social, economic and ethical issues of web services are to be looked into. In the realms of web service refers to the approach used to attract the attention of consumers and even about the misusage of it. The basic purpose is to influence consumer feelings towards a product, service or cause. Thank you for being with us. Hope you all had a great learning experience. Till the next time, it's a goodbye.